forms of terror are fresher. The more intense the fear, the more the emotions die. Terror in its truest sense is not a static state, but a dynamic. It is the moment when hope turns to despair. It's anime, can you feel the vibe? That'll make you feel like you want to jump and jive. Afro X coming to you live. This is Anime Legends Season 5. Steal your heart and we'll keep you alive. Tell me, can you hear that Akudama drive? It's anime and we're here to describe. You just have to like, comment, and subscribe. Click on any other channel, access denied. I cannot give up, but you know I tried. But as soon as all the emotions die, reborn from the fire deep down inside. So come with me and enjoy the ride. The entertainer's here to keep you satisfied. Afro X coming to you live. This is Anime Legends Season 5. Hello, everybody. My name is Afro X. Welcome to the 8th episode. There we are. 8th episode of the 5th season of Anime Legends. Once again, my name is Afro X, and like it says in the title, thumbnail, we are going to be talking about Sukuna today. Hey, we got the greatest fan of the Afro X channel here, Trix, the anime hater, who says, yo, and I say, yo, right back, Trix. Very good to have you here. All right. While we're waiting for people to get in, kind of populated and stuff, I thought that I should just run through all of the regular stuff that I run through at the beginning. So all the social medias and stuff. So we have a Facebook page. You can find that. That's Afro X. I don't post on there a lot, but more importantly, on Facebook, we have the official Afro X fan club. If you join that, you'll be added to a chat group where I constantly talk to the fans on a daily basis, let everyone know schedules and everything that is going on. If you want to find me on TikTok, I am AfroX_YT. Check me out on there. We have about mid 200s followers. Some more would be great. All right, moving on. We have a Instagram that is at the legendary Afro_X. On X, formerly known as Twitter, I am at the real Afro X. And on Discord, you can find the Afro Nation. That is the official Discord of the Afro X channel and all of the channel affiliates, all the sister channels and stuff like that, including Nerdtastic News, Terror Time, and Afro the Sniper. So yeah, check those out. That is all of our social medias, but definitely make sure to check out our Patreon. On Patreon, we have 5 different levels you can sign up to donate at. There is $5, $10, $30, $50, and $100 a month. $5 a month, you're going to get your name shown and announced in most videos, not AMVs, but pretty much anything else. You're going to get your name shown and you're going to get your name shown at the $5 a month level. At the $10 a month level, you get your name shown and announced. At the $30 a month level, you'll get your name shown and announced in fancy lettering with fully edited audio. And at the $30 a month level, you will also get a handwritten thank you note from me. $50 a month level, you will get all of the previous rewards, plus you will get a one-of-a-kind Afro X t-shirt. And finally, at the $100 a month level, you'll get all of the previous rewards. That is name shown and announced in fancy lettering with fully edited audio. Thank you note from me, Afro X t-shirt, which has the logo on the front and the slogan on the back, which is Stay Legendary. And finally, at the $100 a month level, you will be invited to any live stream that I do where you will be able to plug your channel for at least 5 minutes. So that is all of the tiers of the Patreon. So excellent. Huge announcement. Want to give a gigantic thank you because last Thursday night, the AfroX channel hit 500 subscribers. So thank you so much for 500 subscribers. I'm super happy. This has been a huge goal that we've been running towards. This is a great milestone to hit. In fact, it checks off like at least one of the things that we really need to really move the channel ahead. So now that the channel has 500 subscribers, what really needs to happen is the watch time has to go up. I have to get 3,000 hours of watch time in a year, which is possible. But just make sure when you're watching the videos, be watching them all the way to the end. And I'm going to start like making new edits and stuff to kind of really try to push watchability and stuff. Sorry, I have hiccups right now. But yeah, make sure to watch the videos until the end, just so we can get those times up a little bit more. Also, another big announcement is I'm going to be introducing shorts to the channel, just because I think that's like YouTube is progressing and we need to change along with the times. And so the content isn't going to change at all, but I am going to start putting out shorts. Maybe you'll see me do a collaboration like I did the other day with Christopher R. Sabat, and I'll like splice a video. Or just the other day I said thanks for 500 subscribers on a short, stuff like that. But there are going to be more shorts coming in the future. I'm thinking probably gonna do a short 1 to 3 times a week. That's what I'm aiming for, but we'll see what happens. So that is all of that. Tricks here in the chat saying, hell yeah, 500. Thank you, Tricks. Tricks said watch time will going up can be annoying. Yeah, it can. To be fair, a lot of people seem to watch shorts more than videos. They do, which is why I think we really have to get with the times. So pretty much I can get what is called fan funding, access to fan funding one of two ways now. Now that I have Now that I have 500 subscribers, I either have to get my watch time to 3,000 hours a year, or I have to get 1 million views in shorts in a year. And since I'm not a shorts channel, I'm pretty much doubting that I'll hit 1 million views on shorts. Watch time is kind of what we are shooting for. Tricks as though I will prefer video. Shorts are fine too. Thank you. And especially like if there's a week where I feel like I'm not quite up to making a full video, I'll probably drop a short. Just because if I can do something in 1 to 2 hours and still put content on YouTube, that's going to save my energy a lot. But like there's not going to be any big change to the series or segments or things that are still going on. Like I'm still planning on in probably the next couple of weeks. And it might be a thing where I take like 2 weeks off, but I'll be taking those 2 weeks off to make the next segment of like complete guide to One Piece, because The next arc is Wano, and Wano is gonna be a big one. Wano actually, because I remember how much time Dressrosa took. Dressrosa, Crap Guide to Dressrosa took me nearly 30 hours to complete, which was absolutely crazy, and it wrecked me. And I'm thinking Wano might need to be 2 parts. There might need to be a Wano Part 1 or Wano Part 2, maybe even 3 parts. I might do a whole section that is all backstory of Odin and Kaido's backstory in Wano, what he's doing in Wano, stuff like that. What all the other Straw Hats that weren't at Whole Cake Island, what they did on Wano, stuff like that. Just have that be one video. Have like the beginning of Wano to like the raid on Onigashima be another video, and have the third one just be about the raid on Onigashima. That actually sounds like a good split right there. Tricks here. That's a good idea to drop a short if you're busy or tired of the releasing video. Yes. All right. So we've gotten 11 and a half minutes into this, and we have not talked about the main topic yet. I am so sorry. Today we are going to be talking about Sukuna. All right. Today we are going to be talking about Sukuna. So right off the bat, I'm guessing some of you may be asking, who the frick is Sukuna? And I will tell you, Sukuna is possibly one of the greatest anime villains, because he's not your stereotypical anime villain. Trick says it's kitchen time. Oh, because I'm cooking. Thank you. Sukuna isn't your stereotypical villain. So pretty much just base lore Jujutsu Kaisen. So Sukuna comes from the anime Jujutsu Kaisen. He is one of, how would I say this? He is the strongest villain, but not the main focus. So pretty much Sukuna is like I think he's like a 500 or 5,000, something like that, year old demon. And he used to just completely terrorize the world, tear humanity apart. And about 20 different Jujutsu sorcerers came together, and they worked together to defeat him and to stop him from ever coming back. They split his body into 20 fingers, because he had 20 fingers. And so they split them up and sent them to different places all over the world. Pretty much hid them so nobody could, so Sukuna could never come back. So pretty much what happens, sorry, I'm going to spoil a little bit of the beginning of Jujutsu Kaisen. Pretty much what happens is Yuji Itadori, regular high school student, interestingly enough, can see cursed spirits. He, in just an act of not thinking and trying to get a finger away from a cursed spirit, he swallows a finger. Now, typically, if you swallowed a finger of Sukuna, you would pretty much just be destroyed from the inside. Like, the power in even Sukuna's power in even one finger is enough to destroy a regular human. But for some reason, it doesn't kill Itadori, and so the Jujutsu sorcerers come up with a plan. They say, okay, here's what's going to happen. We are going to collect all 20 fingers of Sukuna. You are going to eat all of them. And when Sukuna fully takes over your body and rises again, then we are going to kill him once and for all. By killing you, Itadori. So pretty much that is the idea. So Sukuna kind of manifests in interesting ways. Pretty much whenever Itadori turns into Sukuna, he gets face tattoos, and sometimes when he's regular Itadori, Sukuna will grow a mouth on his face and talk through it, or grow eyes out of his face and stuff like that. Pretty much Sukuna can manifest little physical traits of himself through regular Itadori. And then when Itadori transforms fully into Sukuna, then he permanently has 2 sets of eyes and like markings all over his face and stuff like that. Sukuna is massively powerful. Like one of the strongest cursed spirits, a special grade that the Jujutsu sorcerers had to go up against in one of the first episodes. He easily defeated it by using his domain expansion called Malevolent Shrine. Just quick overview, I've talked about domain expansions before. Domain expansions are pretty much pocket dimensions that a Jujutsu sorcerer can open, or cursed spirits can open, and they create a pocket dimension where any hit will land. Like it is a guaranteed hit on any attack. So when Sukuna does his domain expansion, he puts his fingers like that, I believe it is, and it creates a Malevolent Shrine where he has now it is described very differently in the Shibuya incident. How his domain works is he can pretty much decide where he wants to put his domain, and then reality itself becomes his domain. He doesn't open up a pocket dimension. He literally warps reality within, I think, a maximum of 200 meters. And within 200 meters, the world becomes his domain. He pretty much becomes an omnipotent reality warping god within this space. And so, like I said, he's very, very powerful. So just some feats of Sukuna right off the bat, just to talk about it. And these pretty much come specifically from episodes 40 and 41 of Jujutsu Kaisen, also known as Thunderclap Part 1 and Thunderclap Part 2, during the Shibuya incident. So Sukuna, in or outside of his domain expansion, has the power to telekinetically slice anything he wants immediately. And just if he wants something to be sliced into pieces, it is sliced into pieces, gore and all. Also, Sukuna has been shown to have the ability, I'm not sure if he can stop time or movement or something, but he did manage to stop a number of Jujutsu sorcerers, including Panda, from moving. And then he teleported them to another spot instantly. He can I believe he can teleport himself, or at least move at faster than light speeds, because there has been shown instances of him instantly blinking and being in another spot. He can completely just unravel things. During his fight with Maharaga, he completely unraveled a train car like it was a spool of thread. And yeah, like I said, he can literally slice anything that he wants. He has taken huge hits. During that same fight, he was thrown into a subway train car and then smashed against a building. He's taken huge blows, huge cuts. He instantly regenerates from all of them. And as if that's not enough to top it all off, he can also summon and control fire and turn it into a flaming arrow that will pretty much nuke anything it hits. So yeah, Sukuna can do all of this stuff, pretty much anything he wants. And now I get to the part where I tell you, I think that Sukuna can beat most, not all, most anime verses. But before we get to that, I do want to mention one thing. The best thing about Sukuna to me isn't his megalomaniacal attitude. It isn't his design. It isn't even his powers. My favorite part about Sukuna is that the English voice actor sounds exactly like Green Goblin from the first Spider-Man. Sukuna sounds like Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, and I love it. I love how what is it? Oh, you really thought you could take me on having that when you really thought you could take on a god, stuff like that. Oh, it looks like you've made a deal here. I love his voice. His voice is awesome. But as soon as I heard it, I was like, Green Goblin from Spider-Man. But yes, so Trick says, I haven't heard the English voice. That's badass. It is. His English voice actor is amazing. I don't really know who it is off the top of my head. Sukuna, English voice actor. Ray Chase. Ray Chase is absolutely amazing. He also plays Alola Ash Ketchum. Looks like he plays Cyclops in what is it? X-Men 95? Yeah. And looks like he also does something in what is it? Baki the Grappler. Anyways, Ray Chase, great guy. But yeah, so why I think Sukuna could beat most verses. Right off the bat, I'm just gonna make a blanket statement that unless you are immortal, you do not have a chance against Sukuna. If you are not immortal, Sukuna will eventually find a way to kill you. And probably he's just going to one-shot you by slicing you into pieces without a second thought. Because he casually does that. So, right off the board, I'm going to wipe any non-immortals off the slate. So that pretty much deletes all of the Naruto universe right off the bat. The ones left, Kaguya, and the only reason I think Sukuna might have an issue with Kaguya is just because Kaguya could trap him in another dimension, and he has no way to teleport between dimensions. But yeah, I mean, Itachi, but Itachi would have to know he was a threat, and pretty much if Itachi created a Genjutsu, like he gets out of it with Domain Expansion because he turns the Nightmare Realm into Malevolent Shrine. So there's that. probably easily breaks through Genjutsu. Um, I will say so. Not Immortals already out. Now we have the issue of people who are intangible. We're talking Lemillion. We're talking Toby or Obito. And Obito doesn't have like infinite intangibility. We are talking what is it? There's other intangible people, but pretty much anybody who can't be physically hit. And then we have characters like Saitama, who can't be physically damaged. And also he has the plot armor in the One Punch Man universe of ending any fight in one punch. There is that. Now, One Piece is kind of an odd duck, because people would be like, yeah, but what about Logias in One Piece? Yeah, Logias, technically intangible. Crocodile, yeah, can turn his entire body into sand. Pretty much like can't be cut. I don't know about telekinetic cutting, but he like can't be cut. Buggy pretty much can't be cut, but he also can't beat Sukuna. And like that's the same thing with like Deadpool. Deadpool obviously could survive Sukuna, wouldn't beat Sukuna. But yeah, I could only see Buggy really winning against Sukuna if there was dumb luck or if he somehow failed upwards. But that would that'd be a high tier thing. So we'd also be talking about Toon Force characters because, as you know, Toon Force characters can literally say no to damage. Toon Force characters would probably fare pretty well against Sukuna. But yeah, I'd pretty much say Sukuna can beat any verse that doesn't have an immortal casual planet buster. Now this comes into some interesting territory because Beerus casually planet busts. He can tap his finger and slice a planet in half. He can sneeze and it blows up a planet. Stuff like that. But Beerus is not immortal and can easily be sliced to pieces by Sukuna. But yeah, I think that Sukuna does manage to beat planet-sized threats with somewhat of mid-difficulty. We're talking like I think his name was Gongon from Ashura's Wrath. Pretty much anybody who is the size of a planet, we're talking Galactus, stuff like that. Sukuna beats them with mid-sized difficulty. I mean, really, if you're looking at it, Sukuna beat Maharaga, which, looking at Maharaga, just power scaling here, Maharaga was a literal demon whose entire anatomy was based around if it sees and survives an attack, it adapts, and it cannot be injured by that attack again. Sukuna, to defeat Maharaga, literally had to atomically disintegrate everything in a 140 meter range. He had to what is it? What is the word? Vaporize. He had to vaporize everything in a 140 meter radius to beat Maharaga, and he had to do it in one blow. So that is the scale that we are talking about. Someone who can vaporize that much, and they said it could go up to 200 meters. So Sukuna can vaporize 200 meters of matter in an instant, which I definitely think I definitely think it would be a big advantage against a god's or against a planet-sized enemy. Where we get into trouble is like people like Broly. Broly is not immortal, but Broly has casually destroyed galaxies. Zeno can destroy entire realities, which definitely Sukuna could not beat that. Zeno would probably have to know he was a threat first. But yeah. Yeah. And then you have like your physics and reality warpers. We're talking Kumagawa from Madaka Box. We're talking Star and Stripe from My Hero Academia, stuff like that. Somebody did bring up a very good point to me, which is there is one character that I can't think of a way that Sukuna beats, and that is what is it? Tomura Shigaraki. Only because Tomura Shigaraki can regenerate immediately, and also if Tomura even touches Sukuna, it has been shown that Tomura's decay ability does not have a limit or exception to regeneration. If Tomura or if Shigaraki touches Sukuna, guaranteed Sukuna's body will decay, and no matter how fast he regenerates, it will continue decaying forever until it either destroys Sukuna or it leaves Sukuna in a state of constantly decaying and regenerating at the same time, which would be interesting to see. But yeah, that was the only one I could. That was the only argument I really heard that I thought would be good. So yeah, there's a couple of people from My Hero Academia that would definitely stand a chance. But I could probably. I mean, there's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure stands just are weird. I mean, if you put the lovers inside Sukuna's brain, any damage he did to the user would be inflicted on himself, and multiplied. So that's kind of horrible to think about. But yeah, I mean, in general, Sukuna, I think, would solo most verses. Definitely, I think Sukuna beats the Naruto verse. Just right off the board for sure. Let's look at the chat. Okay. Trickster says a nice callback to the domain expansion video. Thank you. The battle with Maharaga should be the true incident of that city. Yeah, that should be, but it wasn't. I haven't heard the English voice. That's badass. All right, saw that one. The shrine is a problem for a lot of people. It really is, and especially the shrine is a problem for people doing illusions, because Sukuna changes the world around him into his shrine, and that would kind of mess with a lot of people, because if Itachi's Genjutsu gets turned into Malevolent Shrine, like that's kind of GG's for Itachi. Leaving him in a state of living death. Yes, decay and his instant cursed spirit regeneration. I will say, I think that Sukuna's fatal flaw, and I haven't seen the end of Jujutsu Kaisen, and please don't spoil it, and don't spoil the ending in the manga, but I think his final undoing is going to be because he is so arrogant and self-confident, and I think that Sukuna doesn't think that there is anything that can beat him. And so when something does beat him, like completely, he's not going to be ready for it. He will be completely surprised. Um, Especially because there is a moment when he's fighting Maharaga, that his facade breaks, and there's a moment when he's flying back through the train car that Maharaga is about to slam into the skyscraper, that we actually see a shot of his eye, and it is full fear. And that's weird to see because when you see someone with godlike powers have fear, that says something. Something's being done there. But yeah, altogether, Sukuna, great character, and man, I can't get enough of his of Ray Chase, his English voice actor, sounds just like Green Goblin from Spider-Man. But yeah, that is all for tonight. Once again, thank you for 500 subscribers. Couldn't have done it without you guys, and we're gonna keep going. I am gonna do a special for 500 subscribers. Don't know what it's gonna be, but you guys have been asking for Luffy's attacks voice acted. That might be a 2 to 5 parter. I don't know, but yeah, that is it. Keep YouTubing, YouTubers. Don't fight the fro, and always remember to stay legendary. Tricks here. Final word. 500 road to 1,000. That would be that would be amazing. That's truly the dream right now. Is hitting 1,000. I don't know if we get there. I hope we get there, but that really is the dream. But yeah, have a good night. See you later, YouTube. Domain expansion.